Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Freeman across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Steps away to his left. Staying on his feet. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 All right, now, look at 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Flynn. Flushed out right. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! 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 Gone!
throwing on first down. Flynn, incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air on second down. Flynn. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
From the gun on third down. Flynn finds his target, Montgomery. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Leopard. Detroit.
On first down, Flynn. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
To throw again, Flynn. And it's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And he's had great protection back there to throw, really been able to survey from the pocket.
That means the jersey stays clean, so the dry cleaning bill, that's reduced. It also means the trainer doesn't have to deal with him because he's not getting hit. Also,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on. 53.
Freeman again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Check 50.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Push the team.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Play action. Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with it.
And the pressure gets to him again. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 58 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Watch it now, Barney.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons are in for 6. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They go play action here on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
They go play action with Wilson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Leopard!
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
On third down, they go Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Leopard! Over!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. On first and 10, Flynn. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Looking to throw on second down. Flynn, it's caught, blocking. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Flynn. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Zebra. Hey, watch
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And an alley to run. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Open man is Darbo complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Tech McKinley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now Wilson back into his end zone. is incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Don't take forever, okay? Come on, let's go. All right.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. D. Ford in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. To throw on second down. Flynn eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially Give him 15, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Breaks through the contact.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
14,
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Darren Lee in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon.
Tempo.
Back now in Seattle, Washington.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flynn out to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Looking to throw. Flynn. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Check 50, check 50. Check 51, check 51.
On first down, Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Solomon Thomas in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Wilson on second down. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons are going to get it at the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
To throw on second down. Flynn eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit!
Throwing again. Flynn. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 54 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Flynn escaping the pressure right. And a little floater there is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw Jake free and you'll find an open receiver, but condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, All that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On second down, here's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Let's go. Hey, tempo.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Zebra.
On second down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Detroit! Throwing on third and long. Flynn flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Atlanta,